Namaste and once again welcome back to a new mathematics session. Today we are going to start a new lesson, quadratic equations. It is the fourth chapter in your mathematics textbook. In the second chapter, polynomials, you have learned different kinds of polynomials. According to degree, you can classify polynomials into different categories like linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, etc. Okay. And we will learn more about quadratic polynomials in that chapter. And we have a standard form for a quadratic polynomial, and it is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, a comma b comma c are real numbers. It is the standard form or general form of a quadratic polynomial. And we can say any polynomial with a degree 2 can be termed as a quadratic polynomial. It's not necessary that it should be ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can say p of x can be considered as a quadratic polynomial if p of x is a polynomial of degree 2. If we equate this quadratic polynomial to 0, we will get a quadratic equation. So it's very simple. The standard form of a quadratic polynomial is what? Ax square plus bx plus c. And we can equate this to 0. That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now it becomes a quadratic equation. Okay. So the standard form or general form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. All other conditions remains the same. That means a is not equal to 0 and a comma b comma c are real numbers. Okay. And in other words, we can say p of x is equal to 0 is said to be a quadratic equation if p of x is a polynomial of degree 2. Okay. And we can see a lot of applications of quadratic equations in our day-to-day life. For instance, suppose you want to build a new home with a hall having a carpet area of 300 square meters and the length is 1 more than twice its breadth. We have to find the length and breadth of the hall. How should we find the length and breadth? That's our question. I repeat, we have a hall with a carpet area of 300 square meters and the length of the hall is 1 more than twice its breadth. We need to find the length and breadth. We can easily find the length and breadth by using quadratic equation. How it's possible? Let's see. So here we can take the breadth as x. Breadth of the hall we can consider it as x. So what will be the length of the hall? It is 1 more than twice its breadth. That is 2x plus 1. Okay, 1 more than twice its breadth. 2x plus 1. And you know, in a rectangle, area is given by length into breadth. Area is equal to length into breadth. So what we can write? 2x plus 1 into x is equal to 300. And on rearranging, you will get a quadratic equation. And on solving that quadratic equation, you will get the final answer. In this chapter, we will learn more about how to solve a quadratic equation. Here we have three different methods. One is factorization method, other one is method of completing the square, and next one is using quadratic formula. So these are the different methods to solve a quadratic equation. And the first exercise is an introduction exercise, and in this exercise we will see some examples of quadratic equation and some situations in your daily life in which we use quadratic equations. So a quadratic equation in the variable x is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a comma b comma c are real numbers, a not equal to 0. Okay, or we can say p of x is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation where p of x is a polynomial of degree 2. Okay, if the degree of a polynomial equation is 2, then it can be termed as what? Quadratic equation. Here the first question in exercise 4.1 is check whether the following are quadratic equations. We are given some equations. We have to check which of them are quadratic equations. Okay. And the first sub question is x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. We can simplify this one. Using a plus b the whole square, we can expand LHS part. So x square plus 2x plus 1 which is equal to RHS part we can multiply this 2 and open the bracket 2x minus 6. Now we can rearrange x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. Plus 2x and minus 2x get cancelled. We get x square plus 7 is equal to 0. And clearly we can say it is a quadratic equation since the degree of this equation is 2. Okay, here the variable is x and the degree is 2 and hence it is a quadratic equation. So we can write is a quadratic equation. Now move on to the next one. X square minus 2x is equal to minus 2 into 3 minus x. So x square minus 2x is equal to minus 2 into 3 minus 6, then minus 2 into minus x plus 2x. Here also we can rearrange x square minus 2x plus 6 minus 2x is equal to 0. That is x square minus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. Here also the highest power is 2, that means the degree is 2 and hence it is also a quadratic equation. Is a quadratic equation. Okay, now we move on to the next question. X minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 3. Here we can multiply x into x is x square, x into 1 is x, minus 2 into x is minus 2x, minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Okay, pointwise multiplication. Here also x into x is x square, x into 3 is 3x, minus 1 into x is minus x and minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. Here we can combine the like terms, x square plus x minus 2x, that is minus x minus 2. Here x square plus 2x minus 3. Now we can take this term to left side. X square minus x minus 2 minus x square minus 2x plus 3 which is equal to 0. X square and minus x square get cancelled. Minus x minus 2x, that is minus 3x. Minus 2 plus 3. What is minus 2 plus 3? It is plus 1 which is equal to 0. So here we get a linear equation. Here the degree is 1 not 2. So we can't say it is a quadratic equation. So we can write is not a quadratic equation. Not a quadratic equation. Okay. The fourth one is similar to the third one, that you can do it yourself. Do it as a homework. Okay. Now we move on to question number 5. 2x minus 1 into x minus 3 equal to x plus 5 into x minus 1. So 2x into 2x is 2x square. 2x into minus 3 minus 6x. Minus 1 into x minus x, minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3. Here x into x square, x into minus 1 minus x, 5 into x 5x, 5 into minus 1 minus 5. Here we can combine 2x square minus 7x plus 3. Here x square plus 4x minus 5. Now we can collect all the term to left side. 2x square minus 7x plus 3 minus x square minus 4x plus 5 which is equal to 0. 2x square minus x square is x square minus 7x minus 4x, that is minus 11x, then 3 plus 5 which is 8 which is equal to 0. And clearly we can say it is a quadratic equation since the degree of this equation is 2. Okay. So we can write is a quadratic equation. Okay. Now we move on to the next one. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 the whole square. Left side we write as it is x square plus 3x plus 1. Here we can expand using the formula a minus b the whole square. So x square minus 2 into x into 2 4x then plus 2 square 4. Now we can rearrange x square plus 3x plus 1 minus x square plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. So here x square and minus x square get cancelled. 3x plus 4x 7x. 1 minus 4 minus 3 is equal to 0. The degree is 1 and it is linear, not a quadratic. So is not a quadratic equation. Is it clear? Now we move on to the next question. X plus 2 the whole cube is equal to 2x into x square minus 1. So in LHS part we have an identity a plus b the whole cube. Okay, what is a plus b the whole cube? A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Okay, a plus b the whole cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So using this identity we can solve this one. So x cube plus 3a square b, 3 into x square into 2 plus 3ab square, 3 into x into 2 square, then plus b cube, here it is 2 cube, which is equal to, here we can multiply 2x into x square, 2x cube, then 2x into minus 1, minus 2x. That is x cube plus 6x square plus 2 square is 4, 4 3s are 12, 12x. Here 2 cube is 8. These two terms we can take to left side. Minus 2x cube plus 2x is equal to 0. X cube minus 2x cube. Okay, x cube minus 2x cube is minus x cube. And the next is 6x square, and we have no like terms, so we can write plus 6x square. Then 12x plus 2x. 12x plus 2x is 14x. And the remaining number is 8, so plus 8, which is equal to 0. And look at the degree of this equation. Here the highest power is 3 and hence the degree is 3. So it is not a quadratic equation. Is not a quadratic equation. Okay. And here the last one is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 the whole cube. Here we have x plus 2 the whole cube. That's why we apply the formula a plus b the whole cube. And in order to do this, we have to use the formula a minus b the whole cube. And a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. Alternately, we change the sign. Okay. So a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. So using this, you can easily find the answer, and it is a homework. Do it yourself. Okay. Now we shall discuss some word problems. Represent the following situations in the form of a quadratic equation. Here some situations are given. We have to form the corresponding quadratic equations. Okay. And the first sub question is, the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length of the plot in meters is 1 more than twice its breadth. Length is 1 more than twice its breadth. We need to find the length and breadth of the plot. So here we have to form the quadratic equation. So first we can consider the breadth as x. Let the breadth be x. So what will be the length? Here the length is 1 more than twice its breadth. Twice means 2 times. 1 more than twice, that is 2x plus 1. Okay. And we know in a rectangle area is given by length into breadth. Okay. In a rectangle area is equal to length into breadth. Here it is given as 528 meters square. So we can write length into breadth 2x plus 1 into x is equal to 528. L into b. Okay. 2x into x, 2x square, 1 into x plus x, which is equal to 528. Now we can take the number to the left side. 2x square plus x minus 528 is equal to 0. This is the corresponding quadratic equation. Clear? Here the second one is, the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. So consecutive integers means nearest integers. So if one is x, the other number we can take it as x plus 1. Okay. So let one number be x. Then the other number is equal to x plus 1. Then the product of these two numbers gives 306. That is x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. According to the question, we can write x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. Now we can multiply. X into x is x square. Then x into 1 x, which is equal to 306. Or we can write x square plus x minus 306 is equal to 0. Okay. Now we move on to question number 3. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in years, 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. Okay. So we can take Rohan's present age as x. Rohan's present age be x. And what about his mother's age? Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So mother's age is equal to x plus 26. Clear? Now the product of their ages 3 years from now. That means after 3 years the product will be 360. So after 3 years Rohan's age will be x plus 3. Okay, now it is x and after 3 years x plus 3. Okay. Then after 3 years mother's age will be x plus 26 plus 3. Okay, that is x plus 29. Now according to the question, the product of their ages will be 360. After 3 years, the product of their ages will be 360. Here, Rohan's age is x plus 3 and mother's age is x plus 29. And we can write the product as 360. So according to the question, we can write x plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. Now we can multiply x into x, x square, then x into 29, 29x, 3 into x, 3x, then 29 into 3, 29 into 3 is 87, which is equal to 360. Now we can rearrange x square, 29 plus 3, 32x plus 32x plus 87 minus 360 is equal to 0. That is x square plus 32x minus 360 minus 87. 360 minus 87 is, here it is 3, then 7, here 2. So 273, that will be equal to 0. So the required quadratic equation is x square plus 32x minus 273 is equal to 0. Okay. Now we move on to the last question in this exercise. A train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. Okay. So here we can take the speed of the train as x. Let the speed of the train be x. Now we know the relation connecting distance, speed and time. Distance is equal to speed into time, or time can be written as time is equal to distance by speed. We can take this relation, time is equal to distance by speed. So this can be considered as case 1. And here the distance is given as 480 km, and we can write the time as 480 divided by x, because time is distance by speed. Okay. Then the second case is speed had been 8 km per hour less. Speed had been 8 km per hour less. Normal speed is x, 8 km per hour less. That means x minus 8. distance remains the same. Distance is equal to 480 kilometer, and we can write the time as 480 divided by x minus 8. That means the time taken to cover the same distance will be equal to 480 divided by x minus 8. Okay. Now we can combine these two values. In the first case the time is 480 by x, and the second case the time taken is 480 divided by x minus 8. Okay. And what's the situation? If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, speed decreases, what happened to time? Time increases. If the speed is less, time is more. Okay, to cover the same distance. Then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. So the difference between these two time will be 3 hours. Is it clear? Here the second situation, speed is less. Speed is less means time is more. So this one is the large one while comparing to the first time. So according to the question we can write, according to the question we get 480 by x minus 8 minus this one. 480 divided by x will be equal to 3 hours, because the difference between these two time is what? 3. It is given that in the second case it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. Okay, so the second time is 3 more than the first one, or we can say the difference between two is 3. Now we can take 480 common. So 480 into 1 by x minus 8 minus 1 by x is equal to 3. That is 480 into, here we can cross multiply, x minus of x minus 8 by x minus 8 into x, which is equal to 3. That is 480 into, here we can multiply with this minus sign and remove the bracket. So x minus x plus 8 divided by, here also we can multiply x into x, x square minus 8 into x minus 8x, which is equal to 3. X and minus x get cancelled. So 480 into 8 is equal to 3 into x square minus 8x. This 3 we can divide here. So 480 into 8 divided by 3 is equal to x square minus 8x. We can cancel 480 and 3. 1 3 is 3. 6 3s are 18. Then 0. So 160 into 8. 0. 48. 12. Okay. Which is equal to x square minus 8x. Or we can write x square minus 8x minus 1280 is equal to 0. This will be the required quadratic equation. Okay. So that's all for today. Next class we will discuss more about quadratic equation, like methods of solving quadratic equations. So thanks for watching. Thank you.